Hi, I am from Check Please, and today we're going to review a restaurant that we visited.
It was called the Sisteria Greek Taverna, and we're going to talk about our experience there and what we liked and what we thought could be improved.
Perfect. All right, should we start with the atmosphere? How did we feel about the ambiance in this restaurant? Was it clean? Was it messy? What did we think about the decor? Did it seem like people were enjoying themselves? Were we enjoying ourselves?
The whole atmosphere itself was it looked really fancy. Even though on the outside it looked not that fancy looking, it looked kind of weird and creepy.
It
But on the
did look
inside,
a little rundown on the outside.
yes, on the inside it looked like really fancy and just like really amazing looking. I liked it, and it was very clean.
I like that all of the tables were set neatly with all the same materials on the tables, and then all the workers were in the same uniform. So
Yeah, the waiters looked pretty, I think, pretty sharp. I wish that there had been some female servers. There was not one. There was just a hostess, so wish we had seen more women.
I like that they had a casual side to the restaurant and then a formal side, which we were in, and everything else was the lights, they dimmed them, and the whole lighting and color was really nice.
What did you think about the music? We talked a little bit about that while we were there.
Yeah, it really fit the atmosphere. Like they didn't just play any pop music or the top 10. Now, they played music that fit the atmosphere.
Right, it was Greek music, so it had a very authentic feel to it, I think.
Okay, should
All
we
right.
move on to our menu?
Yeah.
Great. So what do we think about the food?
Oh my, the food was amazing.
The food was really good.
yeah,
I
it was
liked
good.
it.
What was your favorite part? I know what my favorite part was. What was yours?
It would have to be the cheese and the gyros.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, and what is was that cheese called?
Do you remember what it was called? It's called Saganaki.
Saganaki.
And why was it such a favorite of ours?
Because they lit it on fire, and then I felt the heat, and it was just yes, it was amazing.
It was exciting. It was
was.
exciting.
And it was so delicious, wasn't
Yes.
it? It was really,
I ate
the
it with
cheese
bread.
was so good.
It was so good.
Okay, so you use the American pronunciation of, I think you said gyros. So how do we use that word?
Gyro?
Yeah, or more like gyro. Gyro.
That's how I say it.
Yeah. Okay.
That was delicious. And what about the amount of food that we were served?
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah.
And the variety.
We were served kebabs, chicken and pork kebabs, gyros, the saganachi,
Potatoes.
yeah, potatoes.
All that bread.
And
Side of
rice,
rice.
a
Pasta.
refill of drinks.
There was something in a little cup, too. Does anyone remember
I
that?
remember
Pistachio.
Yeah.
No?
It was white,
The
wasn't
soup.
it? Yeah.
It was called avgo limono.
Lemon, yeah.
Avgo limono, which
Something
is
with
an
lemon.
egg and lemon soup.
And we also had dessert. That was a lot of food for a pretty nice price.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was all delicious.
So when we look at the gyros, what kind of meat is that?
It's lamb.
It's lamb, right? So it's kind of like ground up lamb
Yes.
that they shave.
And you know what? I don't know if you've ever been to a kind of a fast food gyros place.
Yeah.
That
They have,
food comes
in-
prepared, and
Yeah.
they just slice it off. This tasted homemade.
Yeah,
didn't it?
freshly.
Because the meat had a really nice texture to it, as opposed to usually it's pretty processed
Right.
tasting.
Yeah.
Although it's delicious and I love it, it was even so much better.
So what did you think about the soup? When you think about the soup and what was inside the soup, it's very popular in traditional Greek soup.
You can taste the lemon in it. The lemon
Did you
the
like
taste-
that?
Yeah, I did. You could taste the lemon in it. It was really good.
What about you, Schlaxus?
The rice in the soup made it good also.
It was filling. It really was. I thought that was just a small portion. I might want more. But then it was a really good portion.
It was right. It wasn't a thin soup. There was
It was
there
thick.
thick, yeah.
But it wasn't too thick where it made you uncomfortable. It was
Right.
Was there anything that you think could have been improved in the food department?
I thought the food was.
You like the
okay,
food?
so-
yeah.
I really liked the bread. Oh,
The
that
bread.
was, I
It
love
was
sesame seeds, and it was just really delicious.
fresh and flaky. I think my least favorite part of the meal, and I still liked it a lot, but I think my least favorite were the kebabs. And I think the meat was cooked really well. It wasn't dried out. But it didn't seem super flavorful to me.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted more vegetables too on the kebabs. So even though it was cooked well, I was looking for more flavoring, especially with Greek food. There's usually lemon and oregano and olive oil. And
Actually,
it
when you
just,
say that, it like when I tasted it, it wasn't like it didn't like burst in my mouth how I thought it would. It was just like plain. Kind of.
Wasn't that the most leftover?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. But you're right, a really good, even though it was not very flavorful, at least it was not dry.
Right.
It was juicy and it was very edible.
I always pictured them with like a stick through them, like to help them stay
Yeah.
together.
I think
Which
they
Oh
did
yeah,
not
that's
have
what
at
I
the
like.
table.
I was trying to pick it up and I was like, and it fell apart and I was like, wait, it's not a stick in it.
Right.
It's usually a stick in there.
Right,
I
the
don't know if
skewer.
that's like.
I think they took it out so that it would make it easier for us to share.
Yeah, I think
Because
that.
we were sharing.
Now, what about the pistachio? That's a very famous and traditional Greek food as well. It looked kind of like a lasagna or maybe like a hamburger helper that you just
like
kind of
pasta
put
with
together.
Yeah.
the meat and the.
Oh, I tasted that. I really didn't like it. I think it could have had more flavor in it.
Okay.
I disagree. I liked it very
I think
much.
you and I were the only one eating it.
Yes, I took a lot of it home. I did not let it go to waste. It was really good.
Yay.
It had nice flavor, texture. I was thinking of Italian, but I'm like, no, it's not Italian at all. It has a different taste.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat it at all.
Was that intentional or did you just miss it?
No, I think I just missed it because I was like caught up with all the other food that was on my
Right.
plate already, and they kept on bringing food, and I was like, okay, hang on, I need to finish what's on my plate,
Right.
and then I can like get to that, but I never did.
Did you have pistachio down by you? Because I know you
I
and I were
did.
eating it.
There-
I
there
did, and no one touched it.
What
on
about
my
3
side.
plates of each thing? I
Mhm.
believe.
Oh, okay.
So that was-
Right. There were 9 of us at the table, and they brought us each.
What did you think of I mean, it's an Italian woman,
Well,
and I know
no.
it's a Greek entree, but what did you think?
Well, it's funny. Like she was saying, I was expecting it to taste, because of the way it looked, more Italian, and it was not at all. But I liked it. I liked the flavor. I felt that it could have used a little bit more salt. Is the only thing. It tasted a little flat
Okay.
to me, but otherwise, I think the texture was nice. I think the presentation was nice. It wasn't like all smooshed out.
Yeah, it looked really
was,
good.
It was nice and it looked very appetizing.
Yeah.
Everything looked appetizing.
I like the texture of it because it was firmer than lasagna. Sometimes lasagna, can, the cheese can kind of spill over, so it was almost like a dense kind of portion of pasta, and then I think there was tomatoes and meat and a little bit of cheese. But I thought I
was
liked the
really
oregano. Yeah. How about the
was very good.
desserts?
Oh my god. I fell in love. Okay, the desserts were amazing. They really were.
Which desserts did you like the most?
Oh my gosh, I forgot the name.
Well,
of
it's
them.
unfortunate that we didn't get the names of each of the desserts. We had 3 selections.
Yeah,
One of them we knew was baklava, but the other 2 we didn't know what they
and
were.
they didn't say it.
Right.
They brought it up there.
That's a good.
And I didn't taste the one that looked like cake. I did taste the one that kind of looked like cheesecake.
Yeah.
That was very tasty, but I didn't taste the
That
other one.
looked like chocolate cake. That's
Mhm.
the one I loved.
Oh,
It was really
What-
moist.
What's
I
the
think I know
flavor
what
of
you're
it?
talking
Was it
about.
kind of honey or?
like honey, like kind of sweet.
Was it
but not too
crispy?
sweet.
Kind of like it looked crispy.
No,
That
it
was
wasn't
that was
That was
the
the other
baklava.
one.
Oh, okay.
This one
With
was
the nuts
more
in it.
moist and like it felt like cake, but it wasn't cake, and it was kind of
Interesting.
sweet, but it wasn't that type of sugary sweet. It was more like a honeyish.
Right.
And you were full. Like one piece, I was full.
So was the texture like cake or cheesecake?
I was seeing a little
Or
more like more like cake, but like 3 milk cake that type.
Right.
Okay,
Through
because it
milk.
was like wet. There was like
Yes.
a moisture.
But it
kinda-
was stuck like together. It wasn't like ripping apart
Right.
easily or anything. It was really good.
nice.
Very nice. I think we had a really big selection of
Mhm.
foods,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I will be moving on to that later, so I won't say what I was just about to say about the price.
Okay.
But you want to talk about the service?
What do we think about the service? There are lots of men swarming around our table. I think. I think that we
They
had
were very
we had a
attentive.
lot
Yeah,
of
they
refills.
kept coming back.
They asked us if we wanted something, and they cut your food for you, which is
Did
kinda
they
nice.
cut our food for
Yes,
us?
they cut your cheese.
Oh, you're
the
right,
guy,
they did.
Like, oh, here, I'll cut it for you, and
Yeah.
they would move the plates nicely.
You're right. They were good about cleaning up the plates. I had like 3 refills. Did you? I know you.
I had,
some.
like,
They eventually brought a
4.
pitcher to our table.
Yeah,
they
because I kept
coming back
asking
so
for
much.
7-Up and Sprite.
I saw something that happened at this restaurant that I normally don't see at regular restaurants. I usually see this at very high-end restaurants. When he was clearing off the table, did you see that little thing he had that looked kind of like a
Yeah.
knife? And he was going like this. He was pulling all the crumbs off the table so that when he served the next course, you weren't laying your arms in the crumbs from our bread. I thought that was really very attentive and very. It was a nice way to clear the area
Right.
before bringing the next course. That was nice.
And in terms of the service, I liked it that I felt that they treated the girls like young adults. I didn't feel like they babied you at all, and I liked it how they were just as attentive with you guys as they were with us. And we've taken
That's true.
kids on field trips before where that was not the case. So I liked that they were
They
very
would
respectful.
defer to us.
They would defer to us, right?
And they would ask you directly.
Right.
You know.
Like instead of asking us, do they want refills, they'd ask the girls. So
Yeah,
I
That
love
was
that.
good. That was good.
Except for one man that was there, like, he was kind of really serious. Kind of, I don't know, when they were moving our plates.
He was
so-
standing there.
Was he?
With the
I
with
think-
the gray hair? That guy?
Did he have the dark blue shirt on? Because if that was who you meant, he was the owner.
Yeah, because
No,
it seemed
not
like
him.
there was like
No.
one man just
One
like
of the
standing
waiters.
One of the
watching.
waiters.
Yeah.
Okay. A
Oh,
little
the
too
one of the
serious.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Alright. Do we want to move on to cost?
Okay. Sure.
Alrighty.
All right. The question here says, do you feel that the price was right for the food we had? What did you think?
It was $18.
It was $18
So
That
that's
also-
like $18 for the kebabs, the
for
gyro.
everything
So
we
that
got.
also includes a
For-
couple dollars for the bus, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, it was
Okay.
it was $20.
Oh,
It was
okay.
$18 at the restaurant, and then we added some because we have to pay for gas for the bus. But we had the 2 appetizers, the soup, the 3 different entrees, and the 2 side dishes, and the 3 dessert choices, and all the soft drinks. That was
I
$18.
think that is a pretty nice price for that much food.
A lot more food than our last field trip for the
Yeah.
same
A
amount, right?
lot more.
It was slightly less. It was $2 less at the other place.
Okay.
But I think we probably got at least twice as much food here.
Yeah.
Alexis, what
Yes.
did you think about the cost? Did you
Yeah.
feel that the price was right for the food that we ordered?
Yes, it was right. It was, yeah, it fitted the amount of food that we received and the service and everything about the restaurant.
I eat out a lot, and I thought that was a really good deal. I spent more last night at Chili's than I did at that restaurant. And Chili's is a chain.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the 4 different areas and what we rate them?
Sure.
All right.
Alexis, do you want to review the different areas?
Yes, so no star is poor, below average restaurants. 1 star is fair, just okay, a place not worth rushing back to, but it might have something worth recommending, a view, a single dish, friendly service, and a lively scene.
Lively scene, sure.
2 stars was good, solid places that beacon with generally appealing cooking. 3 stars is excellent, it was superior, it was memorable, high quality menus, frequently accompanied by exciting
Environments.
environments
Nice room.
and or
Savvy.
service.
Service.
And then 4 stars is extraordinary.
Transcendent.
Yeah, transcended a one of a kind world class experience.
All right, so let's reflect a couple seconds, and then let's go around the room and see what we think.
And we'll talk about the 4 areas. So we'll start with the atmosphere, and we'll rate it how many stars we give the atmosphere.
Or did we just do one overall rating last
Did
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we just did.
I think yeah, we added
Okay.
up all our.
But think about those different areas: cost, service, menu, and atmosphere, to give an overall rating.
We're giving overall or we're rating each one and then coming up with that.
I think we'll give an overall rating.
Overall.
Okay.
yeah.
I would give it a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I give it a 3.
Agree.
I think I'd give it a 3 too. For a Greek restaurant, that was pretty superior. Yeah, I mean, Transcendent, that's going to be like a 4-star restaurant in the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'd say 3. What do you think?
I would agree. I think that the atmosphere, the music, the food. I liked when the flame went shooting up, and he said "Opa!" It was just it was exciting. New tastes for some of you. I think there were things that you hadn't ever tasted before, and I think it was a really an overall good experience.
All right, so final reviews in a one sentence nutshell. We know we're all giving it 3 stars, but one sentence review. Guadalupe?
It was an amazing place.
Okay. Mrs. Horn?
I would say good value.